Hey y'all, so today I'm gonna tell on myself a little bit. We are generally pretty good about not bringing home a new animal unless we're actually prepared for it. And I had a couple days to get ready for the new animals that we have in the back of the truck, but just things kept going wrong, and so I wasn't able to really set up an area for them. So I'm gonna go slap something together and then unload our newest additions. And then I've got errands to run, but I just kind of want to talk about stuff and have y'all keep me accountable, because I'm trying not to do this anymore, but oops, here I am. So it's a couple days later. It's been like crazy downpouring. So we actually haven't got to make a new pen for those animals that I got the other day. But I'm gonna show you how we have them set up right now. I actually need to go ahead and feed the whole farm, so we'll just do that together. Hi boys. Yeah. I can't put the food in it if you're standing in the bucket. Well, that was a little aggravating. You can't stand in the bucket, dude, or else I can't feed you. Yep, I'm gonna feed you girls, don't worry. I got you. Something really cool we did this weekend was change up our watering system for the rabbits. So we've switched our watering system from these 5-gallon buckets that run down to tubes and into nipples to something really cool, which is this PVC with the watering nipple on it. It's a little high pressure, but we're working on that. Anyways, and it goes into this water hose, which is just on. So once we figure out all of the bugs for that, which is really just it's got too high of pressure, but I mean it works. Once we figure it out, I'll do a video talking about how we built it and the changes we would make, you know, so that it actually works right. Anyway, but essentially what should happen is we would never have to fill up water buckets again. They would just have water all the time. Let's check on Miss Alice's litter. Let's see, how you babies doing? You guys starting to open your eyes yet? You should be pretty close. Oh, hi. Hi. Hi there, you have your eyes open. Welcome. Anybody else have open eyes? How about you guys? Your eyes open yet? Oh, no. Still closed. You're so big. I'll leave you to it. Put you back. Here, Mama. Scoot up. Thank you. I'm waiting for them to all open their eyes so that I can turn the box on its side, because as soon as I can do that, then that means they're much more likely to be able to cool off and not overheat and die. Alice had 10 babies this time, and unfortunately we're down to 6. Before, she hasn't lost babies like this, especially. She did lose 2 that were like peanuts, which just means they were not gonna survive anyways. So, definitely gonna have to keep an account not breeding this late again. Even with shelving them and bringing them in the house and keeping them cool, it just hasn't been really nice on the moms or the babies. So, failed experiment, learn from my mistakes. I'm just gonna stop breeding earlier in the year. Hi, Margot. Hi. Can you scoot back? I would like to show them your babies, okay? Can you scoot? You got new food in there if you want to eat. No? You gotta get there? Okay. Margot's litter is doing great. She hasn't lost any babies. And we did have to shelve them when they were really little too. Hi. Yeah, okay. You want to be pet? Margot is by far our most friendly rabbit. She actually likes to be pet. She's enjoys being held. Everybody else tolerates it, but she asks for it. Excuse me. With how much pressure is in this system, her water does tend to leak. So this is the stuff we're still trying to work out before we tell you how to build it, because right now it's not completely functional. Okay, well, time to let the chickens out, and then I'm right next to the other animal that we just got, so I'll show you them next. Y'all ready to come out? Here we go. You gonna come off your nest for a minute? Get you some water? Good idea. I'm gonna look at your eggs while you're gone, okay? This is the Broody's current nest right now. It's kind of a disaster. I think there's some broken eggs in there. Yeah, definitely some broken eggs. I brought some fresh hay to put in the bottom of this, since there were some broken eggs in there. We have 19 eggs in this Broody's nest. Okay, well, now that I'm thoroughly sweating from doing some work out here, I want to show you our new animals. So right now I am in the run of our chicken coop. The new animals are in here. Animals, plural. I don't know if I've said that yet. Anyways, this is just a temporary setup for them. We had planned to build something new for this animal to go in. However, as soon as I got them home, it started raining and didn't stop for like 2 days. So we didn't get the chance, and so this pen is like so wet. It's so gross. They do have a shelter right here. It's super rigged up. Don't recommend. But we just had to do what we could until it was, you know, not raining. So today I'll be working on getting their new pen set up. But anyways, this is what we got. This is our new quartet of Muscovies. So a quartet is 3 females and 1 male, or in this case they're called hens and drakes. These are not ducks. A lot of people get that confused, thinking that Muscovies and ducks are the same thing because they look very similar. But fun fact, they're not. Muscovies are actually a perching waterfowl, which, you know, sounds like should be a duck. But it's kind of like horses and donkeys. You can breed them to ducks, which are like, you know, Pekings or Rowans or the runner ducks. There's tons of them. But their babies will not be able to reproduce, and they're called mules. They're not the same. They're not the same thing. They're not ducks. They're not a kind of duck. They're not a breed of duck. They're a completely different animal. Another fun fact and very big difference between these Muscovies and pretty much any other poultry is that they have red meat, and they taste pretty much exactly like beef. You wouldn't be able to tell the difference if I cooked a roast for you, I swear. With us being on such a small property, 2 acres, there's really no chance that we're ever gonna raise cattle, even just 1 cow. Like, it's not gonna happen. So for us to be able to raise 100% of our own meat, these Muscovies are gonna be a great way for us to do that. And for anyone who's on a small property who wants to have red meat on their farm. So we got these guys. They are prolific layers. They will go broody and they will hatch out their own chicks. I'm not anticipating having to get an incubator, and they're really, really resilient. They take care of their own. They also free range and forage extremely well. A lot of people don't even have to feed them because they will feed themselves. So they're really resilient. They reproduce very well on their own. Just all around great. Now these specific Muscovies I got, not all of them are white. There's mostly, actually most of them are very colorful. But these white ones are supposed to be easier to process because when you take the feathers out, the skin comes really clean. And that's not necessarily true for really colorful birds. So this right here is our male, and then we have the 3 females. This female is older. She was actually laying before she got here, and I gave her a nest, but we'll see. And then the other 2 haven't started laying yet. They're a little younger. He's also a little younger. He hasn't started breeding yet. So they'll just take a little time to get going. It actually took me a really long time to convince Jerry for us to get Muscovies. We've had ducks in the past, and they are so messy, constantly walking around in sludge, and I don't want to free range them because then they just make everything messy. So it took me about a year. Pretty much the whole time we've been on this property, I've been trying to get him to say yes, and finally I got him to say yes for these, and I'm getting some from my friend, so I have some different bloodlines. I don't think they're gonna let me get close enough, but they all have blue eyes, and it's really pretty. Hi. You're okay. Just trying to show you off. So those are our new animals, and I'm really excited about having a source of red meat that's gonna be really, really sustainable. We can and will raise goats and sheep for meat, but if you haven't tasted their meat, it is definitely different than beef. It's good, I really like it, but it's different. And this is very close to beef. So we won't be eating them, but once they're old enough to be producing offspring, then we'll raise their babies. The chicken run that we are housing these Muscovies in right now is about an 8 by 12-ish run. And for their actual coop, I would like to do about twice as big of an area. And then just have a little duck house. Not a big walk-in coop, just so it's not taking up a bunch of space. And then pretty much call it a day. And I'll show you where I want to put it. Alright, I'm gonna leave y'all alone. Bye! This whole big area, including that, which I need to move, is where we planned on putting our chickens. So now with having the Muscovies, I'm thinking I'll just split it in half and have the Muscovies on one side and the chickens on the other, and we'll just kind of call that good. I need to go feed the meat chickens, and then I'm ready to go inside because it is so humid outside. I am sweating. It's ridiculous. Of course, it doesn't help that I'm wearing like all black either, but you know, whatever. So let's go feed the meat chickens and get this over with so I can go inside. Oh good, you're back on your nest. Yeah, okay. You don't have to get mad. I did something nice for you. You can say thank you. It's alright. Hello, meaties. How you guys doing? How'd you weather the storm? You all seem okay. I know you're hungry. Unfortunately, it was raining so hard last night that we didn't even attempt to move the tractor and feed them. So they're definitely on the hungry side, so I brought a lot of extra food. Okay, well they're all fed and happy. I still have to get water, but I'm gonna call it a day on this video. If you enjoyed hanging out in our little corner of YouTube today, please consider liking, sharing, or commenting down below. It's a great way to support our channel, and it's super non-committal. Doesn't mean you have to stick around. Now, if you do feel like committing, you can subscribe and hit the notification bell, and that just means you're gonna get a pop-up every time we put out a new video. If you'd like to get to know us on a little bit more personal of a level, a great way to do that is to check us out on Instagram. I post there on a daily basis. If not an actual post, then I'm updating our stories pretty regularly. And it's a great place to see things as they're happening instead of on YouTube, where there's generally a little bit of a delay. Okay, so I think I'm like officially melting now. Thank you for hanging out with me today. Until we meet again, bye y'all.